Imagine this. You're at a party, laughing a little too hard at a joke you didn't find funny. You nod along to opinions you don't agree with. Sound familiar? We've all been there, trapped in a cycle of seeking approval. Later, you scroll through social media, deleting posts that didn't get enough likes, molding ourselves to fit the expectations of others. But what if I told you that breaking free from this cycle could transform your life? Today, we're diving into Carl Jung's groundbreaking concept of the persona and how stopping the chase for approval can unlock your most authentic, liberated self. Let's begin. Carl Jung, the legendary Swiss psychiatrist, called this approval-seeking version of ourselves the persona. Think of it as a mask, a social disguise we wear to be accepted. In ancient Greek theater, actors used literal masks to play different roles. Jung argued we do the same in life. The perfect employee mask at work, the agreeable friend mask in social circles, even the ideal partner mask in relationships. But here's the problem. The more we invest in these masks, the more we lose touch with who we truly are. Why do we do this? Evolutionarily, fitting in meant survival. Being rejected by the tribe could mean death. Today, that fear lingers in our brains. Neuroscience shows that social rejection activates the same brain regions as physical pain. So, seeking approval isn't just a habit, it's a biological reflex. But Jung warned, when the persona becomes too rigid, it creates what he called a shadow, the parts of ourselves we bury to stay acceptable. And that shadow, it doesn't disappear, it festers. Let's get real. What happens when we prioritize approval over authenticity? Studies show that people who habitually seek validation report higher levels of anxiety, depression, and burnout. Why? Because living through a mask is exhausting. You're constantly editing, performing, and second-guessing. Over time, this erodes self-trust. You start thinking, if people knew the real me, they'd leave. So you shrink, hide, and silence your true voice. Jung called this the tyranny of a should. I should be more successful. I should be quieter. I should want what others want. But here's the irony. The more you chase approval, the less genuine connection you create. People connect with authenticity, not perfection. As Brené Brown's research proves, vulnerability is the birthplace of belonging. But to be vulnerable, you have to take off the mask. So how do we break free? Jung's answer wasn't to destroy the persona, but to integrate it. The goal isn't to reject social norms entirely. It's to stop letting them define you. Start by asking, who am I when no one is watching? Journaling, therapy, or even solitary walks can help you reconnect with suppressed desires, quirks, and values. Jungian analysts call this shadow work, facing the parts of yourself you've disowned. For example, if you've hidden your anger to seem nice, explore where that anger comes from. If you've silenced your creativity to seem practical, ask, what stories am I stifling? This isn't easy. It requires courage to confront the gap between who you are and who you've pretended to be. But as Jung famously said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. Now, let's talk results. When you stop seeking approval, something paradoxical happens. People might initially react to your boundaries or honesty. They're used to the mask, after all. But over time, you attract relationships that align with your true self. You'll feel lighter, less resentful, and more creatively alive. A 2022 study in the Journal of Personality found that people who score high in authenticity report greater life satisfaction, regardless of external validation. Take Alex, a fictional composite of real clients Jung worked with. Alex was a lawyer who hated his job, but stayed for prestige. He wore the successful professional mask so long, he forgot he loved painting. After years of burnout, he quit, started teaching our classes, and said, I finally feel like myself. His relationships deepened, his anxiety eased, and ironically, his approval-seeking faded. Because when you're rooted in your truth, you no longer need everyone's yes. Ready to begin? Here's a simple 3-step plan inspired by Jungian psychology. 1. The self-audit. For 1 week, track moments you feel inauthentic. Did you laugh at that joke to fit in? Agree to a task you hated? Write it down. Awareness is the first step to change. 2. Micro-rebellions. Start small. Share an unpopular opinion. Say no to a request that drains you, or something that fuels you, even if it's unconventional. These tiny acts rewire your brain to prioritize authenticity. Thirdly, embrace the messy middle. Transitioning out of the persona is uncomfortable. You'll feel exposed, even selfish. That's normal. Remind yourself, discomfort is the price of growth. And remember, this isn't about becoming perfectly authentic. It's about progress, not perfection. Even Jung said, the most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. But the reward? A life that's truly yours. If this resonated with you, hit like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Drop a comment below. What mask are you ready to take off? Until next time, remember, the world doesn't need more people pleasers. It needs you, unfiltered, unapologetic, and undeniably real. This is the Psych Fix signing off. Stay curious,